They say it starts with a whisper, the calling of the in-between. The song will lead you to the river. There you will dream within a dream. Slowly as the pages turn, the calling of the void does yearn to the bridge of 1,000 sorrows to lead you to no tomorrows.
I grew up in Newcastle, born in Henry County Memorial Hospital. I lived there on 11th and Church, big brick house there on the corner. I graduated from Chrysler High School. I heard all those local tales from back then, the disappearance of Catherine Winters and all those things going on out at Mount Lawn Mansion. But what happened on 225 West, that was the strangest of all. I know all about it. Know a lot of things folks don't know, remember, or just want to forget. It's not all Monkey Jack's doing. In fact, he's just part of it. The fact is, he can't leave Ratcliffe Bridge. He's trapped there forever because of the deal he's made. Monkey Jack didn't want to hurt anyone, but because of the bargain he's made, he's got to do what the man from over the ridge says. I'll explain all that later, but if you want the real story, you gotta go back to when he was born. Probably wondering how I know all this. Well, I read it in a book I got from the library. I was looking through the old section. The Carnegie building before the renovations started was where I found it. Way in the back, down one of those aisles that hadn't been in circulation for decades. There was a section marked local books. I got up on a stool and moved some books around on the top shelf, and behind a row was a book titled, Have You Seen the Dawn? It was all dust covered, and you could tell it hadn't been picked up for years, maybe even decades. I took it to the front desk, and they couldn't find it on file. They agreed to let me take it home as long as I promised to bring it back. I was just about to leave the counter when one of the older librarians caught sight of the book. She gasped and turned white, and for a second I thought she was going to faint. She asked me where I'd found the book. I thought she was afraid I might not return it. I reassured her I'd bring it back. She looked at me and said if I follow what the book says, I don't need to return it. She informed me not to go down to the river, just read it and don't follow the instruction. I told her that's all I wanted to do was read it, and as soon as I get done, I'll bring it back. She looked at me and said, oh, it'll come back. It always does. I left and went home and settled down in my reading chair. Odd cover for a book, a crude drawing of a bridge with a strange eye and a triangle and a big hook coming down over the water. Don't know what it all meant until I got to reading. It was written with words that folks don't use much these days. The way it was written wasn't like it was telling a story, as more like it was talking to me. Before I knew it, I wanted to get in the car and drive down the long road it was speaking about. I read it from front to back. Truly fascinating story, the whole history of Jonathan Montgomery Key, or Monkey Jack as he came to be known. It was well after midnight when I fell asleep clutching the book to my chest. When I woke up, I couldn't find the book anywhere. I searched high and low for nearly a week before I finally went back to the library and admitted that I'd lost the book. The librarians looked oddly at each other and back to me as if I was joking. She said the book had been returned the day after I took it. I asked to see the book, but she said the head librarian had it removed from circulation and that it had been put in a special place until further notice. I never asked again about the book, but I remembered a lot of the things I read in it. I might be the only one who knows all that took place there at the river. That's why I feel I need to tell the tales of the untold stories of Monkey Jack Bridge.